That's it, Brian?
Yes.
Good morning, guys. Dill here, Backcountry 45. So in today's episode, in today's episode, as you can tell, fall time is here. It's that time of the year again. Time for cold starts. Well, it's cold, not cold, but cold enough. We're going to be doing a bit of a, I guess you could say, a cold start on the 2004 Polaris Sportsman 400 that hasn't been started in 2 weeks. Downside to that, she's kind of running rough, and I mean rough. She's running rough. I took all the plastics off so I can wash all the thick mud that I decided to, how do I say it? Let's just say about a couple months ago, sometime midsummer, I decided to take the bike out on my girlfriend's property. They have a bit of a beach. Prior to that, I took the bike on there quickly just to kind of do whatever. Turned around. I guess I didn't realize how soft the sand and the mud was that I got the bike pretty stuck. I had to use the other bike to pull it out. Washed it. Over time, I didn't realize how much mud was caked onto the suspension and everything. 2 weeks ago, I took all the plastics off, right down to the bare bones, so I can pressure wash all the mud off. And ever since then, the bike started running really rough. And every time I hit the throttle or take the thing off a full choke, she dies. Well, I kind of figured out the problem that where the air box is, well, the carburetor is right next to it. But you notice the airbox cover, there was like a thin, I don't know what you want to call it, like a tube or whatever. I noticed there was a big crack. So my only suggestion I can really think is that there is water in the carburetor, and the carburetor is probably dirty. Well, I was talking to a friend of mine today, and he said to let it run. If it runs, let it run. Maybe it'll burn off the water, and hopefully it will be back to normal. So today we're going to see if we can cure that. I don't know if it will start. Battery's dead. The starter's been wonky for quite a long time. So we're going to see what we can do to cure this thing today. So without further ado, let's get that going here. That might give me a few minutes here. I have to get the key out. Ooh, she's stuck in there. So if I can remember where I put the key. It's in there, I know it is. Okay, got the key. Gross. Dirty. It's on full choke. Power. Neutral. Let's see what we can get going. Get out of this thing here. Oh, I forgot to turn on the gas. I think I left the gas on. It's not what I wanted to do, but oh well. Alrighty, let's see if we can fire this up. Yeah, the battery's dead as always. The thing's blinking on me. That don't matter. Alright. I don't even know if it's gonna start. It's been sitting for 2 weeks, and water could have froze apart over or something. I don't know. She was pretty cool the last couple of days. It was in the minus area, so I don't know. We'll figure it out. Oh. I just lost all my power. Uh-oh, that's not good. I literally just lost all my power to the dash. Oh, I think I have a loose battery terminal. I literally just lost all my power to my gauge cluster, and now it's back on, so I think I have a loose battery terminal. I'll have to make sure I tighten that up. Choke, it's on full choke. Oh, I didn't know if she's gonna start. See, I don't know that was gas on. Where's the cover for that? Oh, it doesn't say on here. I could smell fuel. Okay, so judging from what I'm reading, gas is on. For where I see, I just lost power again. That's what it is, loose battery terminal. Okay. So right now the gas, let's see, what is going on now? I just lost power again. Okay, well. Okay. This thing's going nuts right now. Put it in reserve and see what happens. She does not want to run, and maybe if I turn it off choke, I probably flooded it at this point. See, I just lost power again. I might have to go get a screwdriver. I wonder if it happens if I try to pull it. That's not gonna do nothing. Okay, come on. Oh, I think I know why. No. That should be on. Okay. Want to start. I don't know if it was gonna run. Oh, I heard something. Is there any gas in the damn thing? Fuel. Can't really tell much because this thing doesn't have a dipstick in the tank or gas gauge or nothing, so you have to look at the tank and judge whether or not how much fuel you have. So, jeez, I don't know. My legs get pretty sore, so. She does not want to start. So I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna see if I could try and boost it. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out, I guess. Anyways, we'll pause it for here. I'm gonna tighten up the battery. Oh, geez, bug. I'm gonna tighten up the battery terminals a little bit. See what I can do to make it off, or I don't know. I don't know why she's not starting, but anyways, leave it at that for now and go from there. Okay, so I just put the booster cables on. With these booster cables, it can get really tricky, especially when you have the plastic on, but now that the plastic is off, I have much more easier access to get to the battery and properly put the cables on. So what I did was I banged on the starter because the starter, so I gave it a good tap with the screwdriver and I tested it really quick. She kind of turned over a little bit, so I quit it right away because I kind of want to get the start up on video. But with the way I pulled the bike over and the cranky, I don't think it's going to go, but I'm just really hope it does. So let's give it a bit of a test. No choke. I've tightened up the battery terminals, by the way, so. That was the quickest it ever fired up. Wow, I'm very shocked. Normally, it doesn't do that. Full choke. Okay. Well, that's some good news. I just lost power and it gained power. I just lost power with my starter. Okay, well, I'm going to take the battery booster cables off for a second. We're making progress. It fired up, then it quit. And before, what happened was, I think my problem is, over time, when I was trying to boost it with the plastics on, I didn't really have much clearance to get those fat clips on there, and it wasn't giving enough juice to be able to fire it up that quick. And this bike, the way I was doing it before, had never fired up that fast before, so I'm actually very shocked. And with the way the starter is, because I've tried tapping on the starter before, it's never fired up that quick ever for me. And today, I'm very surprised that's even offering that quickly. And it's fired up a little bit right away there, which I'm very shocked. So what I'm probably going to go ahead and do, I'm going to see if it will offer without me tapping on the starter. First of all, these booster cables are flashing. I'm going to unplug them. Let it sit for a second. One thing I don't like about this is that stupid rubber. It gets in the way. Okay. Fired up for a second. I have positivity for this, so I really hope it fires up for me. Okay. Moment of truth. Will she fire? Starter. Told you, starter acts up on this. Come on, you're on this flash. Ugh. Come on now. You fired really well. And now you're not firing. Come on, I have faith in you. Now she's flashing again. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to try this. Oh, turn on the flashlight. Uh-oh. What's this now? I've never done that before. Okay, well, we'll give it another go. I don't even know where. I'm gonna stick this in my belt because I have no other place to put it. She fired for a second. I'm gonna put it on back on full choke and see what happens. Come on, Dane, you. You did really well for me, and now all of a sudden you went kaput. So, come on now. Give me something. Lights are off. It's like I'm murdering the ATV, but I'm hitting the starter, so. Come on, Dane, you. Start it up for me. You did so well for me, now you don't want to do nothing. Oh, come on, now I have no lights in my dash. Come on. Who's that now outside now?
Dad.
Ender there. I'll pause it there for. Okay, so it's getting pretty dark out, so I might pretty much end it here. But I'm gonna give it another go. I may take out the battery tomorrow, put it on the charger, and try it again. I don't know. I banged on the starter again. Plug it back in. See, she'll fire up, I guess. Let's go. I know you have faith in you. Come on now. I might even try ATV battery to ATV battery. Me tomorrow. Let's see if that will go. I have ideas I'm gonna try out, but to get this dang thing to go. I didn't even think that's what's my problem here too. I won't be able to show you the crap I'm speaking of tonight. I'll have to well, unless I pull up my battery or my camera light on my phone. I guess she fired up. Let that run for a bit. Man, that took a lot of cranking. I'm gonna let it run. I don't know if she's gonna die on me. I'm gonna take the charger off, but I'm gonna keep it on hand. I want to see if it will go, and if it dies, I want to let the water burn off, as my friend told me to do. So I'm gonna do just that. I'm gonna electrocute myself. Anyways. I had it on reserve too. I did forget to mention that, so that might have been a problem. I did not have it on for the gas switch. It finally cranked over. The rattling is just a bunch of crap on for balance on the bike. I have it on, so that's what you hear right now. I'm gonna let it run for a minute. I'm gonna let it run for a minute or two on full choke and see if the idling makes a bit of a difference, and then I'm gonna try and turn off the choke. But I highly doubt it's going to work. So we'll leave it at that for now. Camera's a bit glitchy. I don't know why it's doing that for. And the sign Polaris Sportsman, the sticker kind of came off. But when I get some extra money, I'm going to buy some stickers. Replace them. I'm going to fix up this bike a little bit. What I can. So, yeah, I'm gonna see if she'll rev up with the full choke. Yeah, it's still doing it. You can hear it. Oh, maybe. If I give it just a little bit of throttle, it kind of doesn't die, but as soon as I give it more, it will die. It's like wants to die. So I'm gonna have to let this run. But might not run it for long. I just want to see, but most of it I'm gonna do tomorrow. So I don't know. Let me do a little bit of a demonstration. You hear it? That god-awful rattling. There. Shut up. Look at that. Take off. Oh. Well, she's running with no choke. That's a good sign. I might have to let this run for a good hour. Drain out the gas, I guess. I put fresh gas in it, I don't know. I don't know. At least it runs. Took a while for the dang thing to crank. So you just want... wants to die. I might let it run, drain out the gas. I mean, it could be the carb too, because see what happens now that I have it on flash. Carburetor's right there, that little goldish bowl looking thing. Now here under the air box, right there. I don't know if you can see on camera. See all that cracks right there? Oh, it's going out of focus. Right where the tip of my finger is all cracked. So, and I did pressure wash the bike. Now I think what happened is water got in there, because right beside that is the carburetor. I think water got inside and got into the carb. So that's yeah. Yeah. I'm not probably gonna run this for long. This is just a quick update, I guess. You can hear it. You heard it that time. Yep. Leave it at that for now. This time I'm going to make sure that the gas is off. There you go. Leave it at that for tonight. Just for safety purposes, I will pull out the bike, because I don't want to say it just caught on fire or something. That'll be a big problem. Just for safety reasons, I will pull out the bike, let it idle out here. I don't want to let it idle in there. At least it started up. Like I said, the battery is shot. The starter, well, yeah, that's shot too. To take this, the way to take the starter out of these things, it's like that for any older other Polaris, Magnums, Polaris, Trail Bosses. The way to take the starters out in the old ones is the same way of taking this one out. This is a 2004. I worked on a 94, 95 Polaris Trail Boss. I took the carb out of that. But to take the starter out, I've researched it, and it's a pain in the arse. The way to do it, there's a special tool that you need to take out the part of the transmission clutches and all that. It's, yeah, it's a long process. And to take the starter out of this is the same way. And that's not something I don't feel like dealing with. Yeah. Well, I think I'll leave it at that today. It took a while. I'm happy it did start. I am going to leave the key in there for tonight. I will put the stuff back on the bike for now. I am going to cover up the battery, so in case, because we're supposed to get 15 millimeters of rain, and that's not, don't really want that to be on the battery, so I'm just looking at that for you for a second. Thank you.
I'm the girlfriend, if anybody's wondering.
Yeah, this is my girlfriend. She is my camera lady. I'm going to put the seat on top of the battery, sort of. Cover it up. That's as good as it's going to get. And yeah, I think we'll leave it at that today for folks. Yeah, so stay tuned. There will be another video based on this. Maybe I'll put the video in together with this one. I haven't decided yet, but probably that's exactly what I'm going to do. So without further ado, we'll end this here for now, and we'll see you guys the following day. Peace. Okay, so today
is a new day, and I already got the booster pack on the battery, and it's a little much colder than it is yesterday, so she's quite cool this morning. So we're gonna see how good the Polaris Sportsman 400 will start up. Now it's a bit colder out, so we'll have to see what it has to offer. Now I haven't done anything yet, so it might need choke. I do not know. So without further ado, let's see what it has to offer. So now I'm just gonna tap on the starter. Starter's gonna look like shit after all this tapping for how many years I've been doing it. But anyways, let's see what it has to offer. Started right up. Look at that. I guess you wouldn't really call that much of a cold start now, eh? Might smoke though. Actually, I better unplug that because I don't want to electrocute anything. Oh, jeez. I was wondering why my camera was zoomed in. And plus I dropped you guys, sort of. Well, the idling's making a bit of a difference. Never done that yesterday. I mean, it is cold, so once it warms up, I guess the idling will tone down a little bit. See, it's already starting to tone down there a bit there now. I'm just gonna let that run a full choke, and then I'll dial it down a bit. It's cool, but it's not cool. And yeah, I'm gonna I gotta take all this down. It was more or less a temporary thing, this little shed thing, whatever you want to call it. It was more or less just a temporary thing for now. Yeah, so starting to overfuel there a little bit, but I'm just gonna let it run a bit on full choke, just a little bit longer. Go from there. Well, once I'm ready to turn the choke down, I will turn back the camera on. I couldn't help to notice the exhaust is starting to rot. There's a bit of a crack there. You can see exhaust fumes leaking out. So yeah, that's gonna have to be a future fix if this bike still remains at my girlfriend's place. I can see fumes coming out right about there. I can see a big crack. So that's another thing to solve in the future. Gonna diagnose the problem at some point. You guys heard it. Hopefully you can hear it more clearly on camera. That is part of the issue. And no, it's got plenty of gas in it. The tank's getting low, but it's got lots of gas in it. I'm just showing you guys what it sounds like when it bogs. You can't even hit the throttle. It's just, I don't know, maybe if I let it run for a while, like my friend said, to burn off some of that water, it might work. I don't know. Anyways, I'll leave it here for now. Just probably it for today's video. I have no idea yet. I think I might just leave it off here, and then if I end up doing something that changes the scenario, I'll put it on camera. But pretty much for all of it for today. We'll see what happens. Okay, she made a big difference, but black smoke started to come out. I'll show you guys. I started playing with the throttle, and what happened was black smoke started to come out, and then I gave him more throttle, and now it made a big difference. But I really should duct tape this crack, because I think this is what took an effect. Because when I pressure washed it, I think water got into the car, but I must have freed something, because now it runs good. And I hit the throttle, quicker to. Hey, she runs good now. Yippee-ki-yay. Well, I did something. Not non-mechanic. Now I might go throw a seat on it and move it around to see if how good it actually runs. So let me put the camera down and we'll just do just that. Okay, so I drove around a couple times and she works better than what she did. So I'm really happy I solved the problem. So a friend of mine has suggested this to me, so big shout out to him. So now I figured out the problem, I'm happy, and I gotta get rid of that rattling noise. I can probably go ahead and now put the plastics back on. So yeah, I'm happy. Problem I do gotta figure out is that exhaust leak. That's starting to rot, but anyways, that'll be it for today, guys. You've seen it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give a like, leave a comment down below if you guys have any questions or had any scenarios as to what you probably think might have been. I kind of already showed you, but it solved itself, so I'm happy. We'll leave it at that today, and we'll see you guys next time.